it's very difficult to predictably find any given leopard seal. And when you do see them, it's usually for a short period of time. We really don't know much about the basic ecology of leopard seals.
Wildlife biologist Douglas Krause has spent over a decade working on research projects in Antarctica. Krause's work eventually led him to pursue a PhD project focused on the leopard seal.
We have better access to them here than really anyone has anywhere. And I want to take advantage of that and create a complete picture of leopard seal ecology. And then to look specifically at how they're impacting the populations that they're interacting with.
Krause and the NOAA team were able to take advantage of new crittercam technology, using it to better understand the foraging and hunting activity of leopard seals. The team is able to attach these cameras while doing other tests, and without causing any harm to the animal.
The crittercam specifically is a really exciting tool. A leopard seal probably, during the course of any given day, covers a couple of kilometers, spends 16 or 24 or 48 hours foraging nonstop, is having all sorts of interactions. Crittercam is actually there with the animal, following along and filming and recording the activity of that individual throughout the course of the entire deployment.
This technology has provided for completely unique footage, including this act of kleptoparasitism. Kleptoparasitism is when one animal steals the food that another has hunted or foraged. Seeing this type of activity is extremely unique because while leopard seals can be seen in a wide variety of areas, it's unusual for them to be seen in such abundance or in such close proximity to one another.
Since about 2004, I noticed an ecological pattern here at Cape Sheriff that was striking. Leopard seals that had never been more than one or two individuals down here started showing up in much, much bigger numbers.
Interdependence occurs among all living systems. When one factor of the system changes, the impacts can ripple through the entire ecosystem. The team is still working to measure the full cause and impact of these changes.
But we do know some things for sure. The Antarctic fur seal population was getting bigger and bigger every single year, right up through the early 2000s. And now it's in a very steep decline. So something negative is happening to that population. At the exact same time, the population of leopard seals is increasing and is almost certainly having a large effect on decreasing the Antarctic fur seal population.
While the driving factors for this population shift are still being studied, Krause has some very good hypotheses.
It's driven maybe primarily by the change in the environment. Right now we're sitting in one of the 2 or 3 fastest warming regions anywhere on the planet. And one of the effects that has is removing sea ice. And it turns out that leopard seals depend on sea ice. They normally haul out on sea ice to rest and to pup. It's a big part of their life, and when it's gone, these animals are hauling out on land because there's no ice left. The rapid warming is having these cascading effects, and one of them is to push leopard seals into new regions. And that's having a very big impact on the rest of the animals that we have here. And leopard seals are a very unique predator in that they're an apex predator. They're eating at the top of the food chain. They're eating seals and they're eating penguins, but they're also eating krill.
Krill are small crustaceans that, because of their position near the bottom of the food chain, play a key role in the world's oceans.
So they're eating in the middle or the bottom of the food chain and at the top of the food chain all at the same time.
It's difficult to think about these animals facing harm. But Krause is quick to point out that the leopard seal is no villain.
There is a temptation to view the leopard seals as a bad guy. But the reality is that they're just part of that system. It's unfortunate that that's the way the world works. The leopard seals are actually doing what they do best.